That is so funny. That's hella funny. All right, my T-Rexes. Welcome, welcome. Oh yes, T-Rex yoga for today. I freaking love it. All right, y'all. We're gonna be doing, again, 60-minute flow. We're gonna be focusing on a lot of like our back core today. I'm also the front of our core, our lats, to try to get into those chin stands at the end. And then we'll practice just kind of getting into them. If you get into it, awesome. If you don't, that's okay too. But we'll get started today in child's pose at the back of your mat. Also, y'all, I'm half deaf, so if the music is too loud or too soft, just give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. Now right here, start to settle into your breath. So start to take one deep inhale in through your nose. And then open mouth, release that breath out. Take a deep inhale in through your nose. And then exhale, let that breath go. Now that feeling of letting go, I want you to focus on that throughout your practice today. So leaving those heavy things behind, anything built up that isn't serving you, I want you to be able to let that go. Let the comparison, let that judgment. Just comparing yourself to how strong you were before you got onto your mat to after. Take one more deep inhale in. And then exhale, let that breath go. Now start to zip up your lips and begin to use your Ujjayi breath, which means you're breathing in and out your nose. This is your breath of fire, of heat that will guide your movements throughout the next 60 minutes. But at any point, if you do feel overheated, no worries. Feel free to come back to that open mouth exhale to release some heat from your body. Always feel free to come back to child's pose, the resting pose you're in. Take one more deep inhale in. And then one more exhale out. Now inhale as you come to a tabletop pose. So right here, stack your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over your knees. Now inhale, cow pose. Externally rotate your biceps forward, your shoulder blades down your back, almost like you're opening a pickle jar. And then exhale, cat pose. Curl your spine, internally rotate your biceps behind you, your shoulder blades down. Inhale, cow pose. Drop your belly down. And then exhale, cat pose. Curl your spine. One more inhale, cow pose. And then exhale, cat pose. Curl your spine. Inhale to a tabletop pose, and then start to shift your weight over to your left hand. Extend your right arm up towards the ceiling. Start to circle out your wrists, your entire right arm. And then exhale as you thread your right arm underneath your left. Now anchor your right shoulder, your right ear into your mat. Gaze over at your right hand. Now a couple options here. Option to start to tiptoe your left hand to the front of your mat. Option to take your left hand behind your back and hook it against your right thigh to open up through your chest. Option to begin to lift your left leg off your mat, hovering your right toes down towards the ground. Wherever you are, take two more deep breaths right here. So with every inhale, lengthen your spine. And with every exhale, open and twist through your shoulder blades. One more inhale in. Exhale, if you took your leg off, press your left knee back into your mat. Your left hand into your mat. Inhale, extend your right arm up towards the ceiling. And then exhale as you plant it back down. Now we're gonna take dancing lion. So take big giant hip circles all the way forward, all the way back. Yeah, releasing all those nicks and cracks from your week so far. Letting everything go right here. And once you feel complete on one direction, start to go in the other direction. So feel this opening up through your hip flexors, your glutes, your shoulder blades. One more inhale in. And then exhale, come back to that tabletop pose. Now shift your weight over to your right hand. Inhale as you extend your left arm up towards the ceiling. Start to circle out your wrist, your entire left arm. And then thread your left arm underneath your right. Anchor your left shoulder, your left ear into your mat. Gaze over your left hand. Couple options here, walking your hand out in front of your mat. Option to take your right hand behind your back and hook it against your left thigh, opening up through your chest. Option to take your right foot off your mat. Create a little balance by hovering your right toes towards the ground. 2 deep breaths right here. 1 more inhaling. Exhale, plant your left knee down, plant your left hand into your mat. Inhale, extend your left arm up towards the ceiling, right and left today. Exhale, bring it back to that tabletop pose. Now tuck your toes, lift your knees off your mat for bear pose. So right here, spread your fingertips out wide, dome your shoulder blades like you're in cat pose. So curl your belly button in towards your spine. Inhale, turbo dog, send your hips back towards your heels as you straighten your arms. So feel this through your calves, your Achilles, as well as your hamstrings, your quads. Now like a wave, shift forward, high plank. Walk your hands and wrists so they're stacked right underneath your shoulders. Bring your tailbone in line with your shoulders. Inhale, turbo dog, send your hips back, straighten your arms. Now exhale like a wave, shift forward, high plank. 2 more times with your own breath. So with every inhale, turbo dog, and every exhale, high plank. 1 more inhale. And then meet back into that high plank. Now shift your weight to your big toes, tuck your elbows in, lower all the way down to your belly. Now cactus your left arm out to the side, take your left ear to your mat. Let's go into mermaid twist. So take your right foot over your left. Now really feel your delt, your rotator cuff on the left, your biceps start to activate and lengthen out. With every inhale, lengthen your spine. With every exhale, sink a little bit more weight in towards your left armpit. 1 more inhaling. Exhale, roll back onto your belly. Now cactus your right arm. Take your right ear out to the side and your left leg over your right. Now I want you to really focus on getting all that tension, all that drama into your right armpit. Feel that in your delt, your rotator cuff. Take a deep inhale in. Exhale, roll back onto your back. Tuck your toes, engage your legs. Press your hands next to your armpits. Inhale, high plank, press up. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips up and back. Right here, start to pedal out your dog. Bend deep into one knee and the other. Maybe sway your hips side to side. Windshield wiper your feet, getting into your IT bands, just waking them up. And then when you feel ready, come to stillness. Now I want you to internally rotate your feet so your inner thighs come towards the sides of the room. Tilt your tailbone high and then press your hands firmly so your chest comes closer towards your thighs. Now inhale, lift your heels off your mat, come onto the balls of your feet. And then exhale with intention, slowly lower them down. Inhale as you gaze at the top of your mat. Exhale, tiptoe to the top of your mat. Take on the ragdoll pose, so option to grab opposite elbows. If your back and shoulder blades are tight, option to interlace your hands behind your back. Option to interlace your hands at the crown of your head. But take inventory right here. What needs to lengthen out? What do you need to let go of? Start to nod your head yes. Nod your head no. And then nod your head yes. You showed up. You're here. You made it. Now switch out your grip. Bend your knees a little bit more. Bring your chest closer towards your thighs. Now tilt your tailbone high towards the ceiling. Yes, nice adjustments. Feel grounded through the 4 corners of your feet. Take 1 deep inhale in. Exhale, release your hands down. Now bend your knees, tuck your chin in towards your chest and roll up to stand vertebrae by vertebrae. Let your head be the last thing to come up. And then exhale, Samasthiti. Bring your hands to heart center. Roll your shoulders down your back and close your eyes right here. Right here is where you set your intention for your Thursday. How will you show up on your mat today? I challenge you this week to let go of comparison, to let go of those crazy expectations you give yourself, and just be where you are, but a better version of where you started today, or set an intention of your own. We'll seal our intention with 1 cleansing breath. So take a deep inhale in through your nose. And then exhale, let that breath go, release it out. Now open your eyes, release your fingertips down at your side. Inhale, mountain pose, sweep your arms overhead, and then hold and breathe right here. Now feel grounded through the four corners of your feet, and then pull your thighs off your kneecaps to engage your quads. Tilt your tailbone down as you pull your belly button in, and then relax your shoulders away from your ears. Take a deep inhale in. Exhale, baby back bend, cactus your arms, puff your chest out. Inhale, mountain pose, seal your palms together. Exhale, forward fold, hinge at your hips, let the crown of your head fall heavy. Now inhale, halfway lift. Take your hands to your finger pads, your shins, or your thighs, and then hold here. Now I want you to start to shift your weight into the balls of your feet. Let your heels pop off. Extend the crown of your head forward. Pull your belly button in. Take a deep inhale in. Exhale, high plank. Plant your hands, step back, and then hold right here. Now inhale, turbo dog. Send your hips back towards your heels. Straighten your arms. Exhale, like a wave, shift forward, high plank. 2 more times. Inhale, turbo dog. Exhale, high plank. Last one, inhale, turbo dog. Exhale, high plank. Now shift forward to your big toes, tuck your elbows in, lower all the way down to your belly. We're gonna do 3 cobras right here. So it's just starting with the regular cobra. Put your hands right by your armpits, put little no weight in your hands. Press through the tops of your feet. Inhale, rise your chest up, gaze to neutral. And then exhale, lower down. Now putting a little bit of weight into our finger pads. Drive your elbows in. Inhale, rise up, breathe in through your belly button. And then exhale, lower down. Now take your hands wider than your mat. Press in through your finger pads. Inhale, rise your chest up. Now drop your left shoulder down, gaze over your right shoulder. And then send all your weight towards your left finger pads, bending deep in your left elbow. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, drop your opposite shoulder down. Now send all that weight into your right finger pad. Inhale, back to center. Breathe through your belly button. Exhale, lower all the way down. Tuck your toes, engage your legs, press your hands next to your armpits. Inhale, high plank. And then exhale, downward facing dog. 2 deep breaths right here. 1 more inhale in. 1 more exhale out. Now inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or float to the top of your mat. Nice bow. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Now root through your feet. Inhale, mountain pose. Extend your arms overhead. Exhale, baby back bend, cactus your arms. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, reset your spine. Now exhale, high plank, plant your hands, step back, hold here. Now bring your right knee to your left tricep. Give it a little tap. Back to center, left knee to right tricep. Back to center, alternate right here. So right to left center, left to right center. If you want to get your heart rate up, you can do those atomic mountain climbers right here. But you have 8, 7, 6, nice Heather, 5, for 4, for 3, nice bow, in 2, and 1, now high plank. Shift your weight forward, tuck your elbows in, lower halfway, hold here. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, lower halfway, warming up your triceps because you can. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, lower halfway. Now inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep inhale in. Exhale it out. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or float to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain, show up on your mat. Exhale, baby back bend, cactus your arms. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, shine your chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now, throughout your practice today, I really want you to focus a little bit extra on those upward facing dogs. Really getting into that pose each time. Inhale, turbo dog. Send your hips back towards your heels, straighten your arms. Gaze at the top of your mat. Take 2 frog hops to the top of your mat. So shifting your gaze forward, come into a forward fold at the top of your mat. Beautiful. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Sink your hips low, sweep your arms overhead. And then just hold right here. Then now shift your weight back and down, peel your toes off your mat. And that crown on your head, you're not gonna drop it. So keep your head up tall, your chest down and forward. Take a deep inhale in. Exhale, chair pose with airplane arms. So hinge your chest forward. Now use your obliques to hold your torso up. Now I want you to take your palms towards one another, squeeze like you have a beach ball to engage your traps and shoulder blades. Now lift your pinkies 1 inch higher to activate your triceps. Inhale, chair pose, sink your hips low, sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, baby back bend, cactus your arms. Inhale, mountain pose, straighten your legs. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. Beautiful. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Bend your knees, stack your hips, and take big giant circles with that right knee going one direction, the other. If you need a little bit more option to come down to your left forearm and start doing that same thing, really getting into that psoas, that groin, your hip flexors. Now inhale, come back to both palms, three-legged dog, sweep your right leg high. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Hold it here for 4. Lift a little higher, 3, yes, 2. And 1, inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Option to hold here, option to kick it through, fall in triangle. Yes, so take up space right here on your mat. Now take big giant circles with your top arm, opening up your entire left side body. Beautiful, y'all. Take 1 more deep inhale in. Exhale, plant your left hand down. Inhale, sweep your right leg high to the sky. Now exhale, knee to nose cheetah. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose cheetah, embrace the burn. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose cheetah. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step it through crescent moon. So drop your back knee. You can untuck your back toe if you want. I want you to extend your arms overhead and then hold right here. Now I want you to be intentional with this pose. So you should feel this through your left hip flexor. If you can't dial your right hip back, your left hip forward. And melt your shoulders away from your ears. Now stick out your belly, your hips towards me. Really get into those hip flexors. 1 more deep inhale in. Exhale, baby back bend, cactus your arms, puff your chest forward. Now inhale, crescent moon, tuck your back toe. Exhale, crescent lunge with airplane arms. Yeah, so now dial your right hip back, your left hip forward. Just like you were in that chair pose, squeeze your palms in towards one another like you have a beach ball between your hands. And feel your trap start to engage. Squeeze your scapula together. 2 deep breaths, because you can. Now take a deep inhale in. Exhale, keep your legs where they are. Extend your arms so they're framing your ears. Your chest still hovers. Now bend deep in that front knee. Launch off that back foot, warrior 3. Yes, then hold right here. Option to bring your hands to your heart center. But if you fall, I want you to give yourself grace and get back up. Now take a deep inhale in, one-legged Tadasana or standing leg raise. Bring your left knee towards your chest. Now scoop your left hip down, your right hip up. Take a deep inhale in. Exhale back to warrior 3. Now slow and control, we're going from closed to open hip. Start to take your right hand down to a block or the mat, half moon. So you're opening up through your hips. Yeah, feel free to use water bottle, whatever you have at this point. When I started practicing virtually, I would use reams of paper. So we make do with what we can. But be here in your breath for 2 more. Now tuck your right hip under, your left hip back. Yeah. 1 more inhale and bend deep in your front knee. Exhale, warrior 2, slow and control, yes, bow. And then get into this pose, hold right here. Beautiful. Now, how can you get a little bit stronger in this pose? So send your front knee towards your pinky toe, allow your hips to open, send your thigh parallel to the front of your mat. Take 1 deep inhale in. Exhale, drop a little bit lower. Yeah, inhale, reverse warrior. Take your top arm up and back behind you. Yes, now dial your left shoulder back, your right shoulder forward. So you feel your torso square towards the parking lot. Take a deep inhale in. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down, runner's lunge. Frame your front foot with your hands. Ground down through your hands. Inhale, three-legged dog, sweep your right leg high to the sky. Exhale, one-legged chaturanga. So keeping your right leg up, yes, go into that chaturanga. Beautiful, Heather. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Bend your knees, stack your hips. Take big giant circles with your left knee. Option to come down to your right forearm to allow a little bit more space for this stretch. Take one more deep inhale in, start to come up to those palms. And then exhale, one three-legged dog. Knee to left elbow, hold it here for 4. Yes, you can, lift it higher. In 3, yes, nice, y'all. In 2, in 1, inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Option to hold it there, option to kick it through, fall in triangle. And again, start to make giant circles with that top arm. Yeah, opening up through that side body. So strong, y'all. Take one deep inhale in. Exhale, plant your right hand down. Inhale, sweep your left leg high to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose cheetah. Inhale, three-legged dog. Let go of that drama. Exhale, knee to nose cheetah. Inhale, three-legged dog. Don't even think about it. Exhale, knee to nose cheetah. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step it through crescent moon. Woo! Yes, now this is your little recovery right here. But be intentional. Send your belly, your hips forward, and dial your left hip back, your right hip forward. Feel that activation, especially through your right hip flexor. A lot of times we store a lot of emotions and a lot of feelings, a lot of that drama in our hip flexors. So let it all go right here. One more inhale in. Exhale, baby back bend, cactus your arms, puff your chest forward. Inhale as you rise up, tuck your back toe. Exhale, crescent lunge with airplane arms. Yes, now squeeze your palms in towards one another. Now lift your pinkies 1 inch higher to activate your triceps. Yes. Now inhale as you gaze forward. Exhale, start to take your hands out in front of you, extended crescent. Now bend deep in your front knee. Launch forward, warrior 3. Now point your right toe down towards the ground. So dial your right hip down, your left hip up. And leave a micro bend in that left knee. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Bring your right knee in line with your hip. And then just hold here for a breath. So start to dial your right hip down, your left hip up. Take a deep inhale in. Exhale, warrior 3, launch forward. Take a deep inhale in and then exhale, half moon. Open up through your hips. Be careful during this transition. And feel your hips go from closed to open. Yeah, so bring your right hip behind you, your left hip tuck it underneath you. 2 deep breaths here. 1 inhale and bend deep in your front knee. Exhale, warrior 2. Yes, you got it. And then just get into this pose. Hold right here. Take up space on your mat. So many times we try to shrink ourselves. How can we take up the least space possible? I want you to do the opposite right here. So you start to do the opposite outside of this room. Yes, now tuck your tailbone underneath you. Bend a little bit deeper in that front knee. Yeah. Inhale, reverse warrior. Take your top arm up. Hold right here. Now take your right shoulder towards the sunflower wall, your left shoulder back. Take a deep inhale in. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down, runner's lunge. Now inhale, three-legged dog, sweep your left leg high. Exhale, three-legged chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 deep breaths here. 1 more inhale in. And then exhale, let that breath go. Inhale, turbo dog. Gaze at the top of your mat. Exhale, 3 frog hops to the top of your mat. Yes, so get your heart rate up. Kick your own butt. Yes, and meet in a forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Sink your hips low, sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, diver's pose. Come onto your toes, lift your heels, and then bring your arms back behind you. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. We're going breath to movement. Inhale, upward facing dog. Beautiful, Anna. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, knee to right tricep. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to left tricep. Kick it through, fallen triangle. Yes, so how can you take up more space right here? Yes, let go that we need to be small and be your biggest self. Take a deep inhale in. Exhale, plant your left hand down. Inhale, sweep your right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose cheetah. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose cheetah. Inhale, three-legged dog, and then exhale, crescent moon. 2 deep breaths here. One more inhaling. Exhale, baby back bend, cactus your arm. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, crescent lunge with airplane arms. Inhale, extended crescent. Exhale, warrior 3. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, back to warrior 3. Inhale, half moon. Allow your hips to open up. 2 breaths here. Inhale, bend deep in your front knee. Exhale, warrior 2. Yeah, y'all look so good. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down, runner's lunge. Inhale, three-legged dog, sweep your right leg high. Exhale, three-legged chaturanga, y'all. Yes, inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, knee to left tricep, hold it here. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to right tricep. Kick it through, fallen triangle. Let's take up space, 2 breaths here. Have this moment, take one more deep inhale. Exhale, plant your right hand down. Inhale, sweep your left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose cheetah. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose cheetah. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, crescent moon. 2 deep breaths. One more inhale in. Exhale, baby back bend, cactus your arms. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, crescent lunge with airplane arms. Inhale, extended crescent. Exhale, warrior 3. Inhale, half moon. You're here for 2 deep breaths. One more inhale in, bend deep in your front knee. Exhale, warrior 2. Yes. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Runner's lunge. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, high to low plank, one-legged chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths right here. 2 more deep breaths. One more inhale in. One more exhale out. Inhale, turbo dog. Exhale, 4 frog hops to the top of your mat or just meet in a forward fold. Go to your edge this morning, whatever that may look like. With no comparison, no judgment, y'all. Now inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, sink your hips low, sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, diver's pose, lift your heels up. Now hold right here, pull your belly button and relax your shoulders away from your ears. Squeeze your palms in. We're gonna pulse our pinkies up. So it's a little pulse and pulse, activating those triceps. So squeeze the back of your arms, even though you have no weight. For 8, 7, 6, 5, hold as high as you can in 4, 3, 2, 1, hold as high as you can, but sink your hips lower towards your mat. For 4, 3, 2, 1, inhale, chair pose. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Lower all the way down to high boat pose. Yes, so bring your shins parallel, or you can bring your toes down. Don't straighten your legs. That actually gets into your hip flexors. I don't want those today. Extend your arms out, draw your shoulders away from your ears. Now, can you peel your chin away from your chest, gaze straight up? Take a deep inhale in. Exhale, low boat. Now pause right here. Can I fit a little piece of paper under your low back? If the answer is yes, lift your feet a little bit higher so your low back is sunk into that mat. Inhale, high boat. Exhale, low boat. Sink your low back in. Inhale, high. Exhale, low. Now inhale, high. We're gonna do high bicycle twist. So take your hands behind your head. Bring your right elbow to your left knee. Point your right toe. Back to center. Left knee to right. Back to center. Alternate here. So it's right and left. So really feel your obliques twist your torso rather than just twisting your torso itself. For 8, 7, 6, draw your shoulders away from your ears. Yes, you can. For 4, for 3, high boat in 2, and 1, high boat. Low boat, sink your low back, little pulses right here. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, yes you can, in 2, and 1, y'all. Beautiful. I want you to come into Supta Baddha Konasana. Bring the soles of your feet together. Now listen up. You're doing a Supta Baddha Konasana sit-up with a bridge lift. So you can look up here if you don't know what I'm talking about. You're gonna roll all the way up, all the way back down, then lifting your hips up to the top, lowering back down, staying in that Supta Baddha Konasana. So start right here, rolling up, down, lift your hips up, lower back down. Because you can right here. And when you do the bridges in the Supta, they really activate your glutes rather than your hammies even more. So squeeze your glutes at the top. You got it. And this is your breather. Sounded evil. 8 more. Last 7. Last 6. Oops, I forgot the bridges. 5 more. Make sure you're peeling your chin away from your chest. 3 more. Last 2. Last 1, come all the way up. Roll all the way back down. That should feel pretty good on your hip flexors. Now stand your legs up towards the ceiling, lay all the way down on your back. So we're gonna be doing toe taps with a leg lift. So you're tapping your toes, lift your head, neck, and shoulders, gaze straight up. Lower your head, neck, and shoulders all the way down, but keep your hands over your shoulders. Slowly lower your legs down, tap it real quick, come back up. So it's a toe tap with a leg lift. So that toe tap's activating your upper abdominals. The leg lift is activating your lower. It's important to know what you're working so you really can engage that part of your belly right here. You have 8 more. For 8, 7, that's 6. You have 5 more. For 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Bring your knees to your chest. Start to rock and roll up and down your spine. Maybe you get enough momentum to pop back up into chair pose. Woo! Y'all got it. Yes, you're stronger than you think. Take a deep inhale in. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Inhale, shift your chest bone. Exhale, prayer twist towards the right. So option to take your right hand into a fist, open up your chest even more. Option to open your arms. Option to try that side crow. To do side crow, you plant your hands like feet next to your hands. A little trick is you can walk your feet over to the left side of your mat and then walk your hands so that way your triceps are right underneath your thighs. You gaze way out in front of you and you just start to shift your weight from your feet to your arms. Keeping your gaze neutral, squeezing your thighs in. Yeah, y'all got it. Wherever you are, take 2 more deep breaths. Whew. 1 more inhale in. Exhale, forward fold gorilla pose, y'all. Take your palms underneath your feet, bend your knees as much as you need to. And let your head fall heavy. Tilt your tailbone towards the ceiling. I started laughing, Anna, because this you taught us during YTT just came into my head where you literally lift them up. I was like, wow, back in the day when we can touch people. All right. All right, forward fold. Bring your big toes to touch. Inhale, chair pose. Sink your hips low, sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Inhale, shift your chest forward. Exhale, prayer twist towards the left. And so I want you to find your edge today, not what your edge was last week, last class, not what somebody else's edge is. I want you finding your edge today. You have 3 more deep breaths. Beautiful, y'all. Whew. 1 more inhale in. Exhale, crow. Ha ha ha. So to do crow, plant your hands into your mat, grip your mat with your fingertips, tilt your tailbone towards the ceiling, bend your elbows to a 90-degree angle. Start to take your triceps on top of your knees on top of your triceps, gaze straight out, shift your weight. Maybe one foot comes up, maybe another. But I really want you to push the ground away from you, dome out your shoulder blades like you're in cat pose, and pull your belly button and gaze at the top of your mat. Now let's try to jump back into chaturanga. If you don't make it, guess what? The mat is right there. 1, 2, 3, shoot back, chaturanga, dandasana, y'all. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog, yes. Y'all are so strong. All right, 1 inhale in. Open mouth, release it out. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Bend your knees, stack your hips. Flip your dog. Now focus on grounding through your feet to lift your hips higher. Yes, see if you can try to touch that right hand down towards your mat. Yes, you can, Heather. You got it. All right, take 1 deep inhale in. Exhale, unflip your dog. Inhale, 3-legged dog, keep your right leg high. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Kick it through, fall in triangle. Yes, so come to your fullest today. Where is your edge? Take 1 deep inhale in. Exhale, y'all so strong. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose cheetah. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step it through crescent moon. 2 breaths here. 1 more inhale in. Exhale, baby back bend, cactus your arms. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, crescent lunge with airplane arms. Now listen, inhale, crescent moon. Bring your back knee down. Exhale, crescent lunge with airplane arms. Inhale, crescent moon. Exhale, crescent lunge with airplane arms. Keep going, inhaling as you're crescent mooning. Exhale, yes, you got 3 more. Yeah, feel that through your glutes, your hamstrings, your quads. They should be burning. Last one, stay in crescent lunge with airplane arms. Now take a deep inhale in, extended crescent, extend your arms in front of you. Warrior 3, launch off your back foot. Inhale, 1-legged Tadasana. Exhale, eagle on the left. Left leg over, left arm under. Now moving out of the way, I want you to gaze at something not moving. Bring your shoulders in line, elbows in line with your shoulders. Squeeze your thighs in towards one another and lower your hips closer to your mat. Take 1 deep inhale in. Exhale, fallen eagle. Slowly start to take your elbows and torso down towards your thighs. Really working on that core strength today. 1 inhale in. Exhale, unwrap your legs, unwrap your arms. Inhale, mountain pose, sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, set up for dancer on the left. Take the left sole of your foot into your hand. Look down at your knees. Make sure your knees are in line. Yeah, left side. I'm like, am I doing that right? Now take a deep inhale in. Exhale, dancer, kick into your hand as you launch your chest forward. I want you to really focus on that activation through your right hip flexor. Take 1 deep inhale in. Exhale, release your arms, release your legs. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, warrior 3, launch forward. Half moon. Yeah, so left leg's gonna be up. Other side, Heather, you got it. And then half moon with your right foot out in front. You have 3 deep breaths here. So maybe it's just taking your gaze up to your top hand. Remember, it's not about being extreme, it's about being consistent, trying something new without needing to go so hard into it. Take 1 more deep inhale and bend deep in your front knee. Exhale, warrior 2. Beautiful. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, triangle pose. Now option to take that top arm behind your back and hook it against your front thigh to open up through your chest. Beautiful. Now tuck your right hip under, your left hip towards the back. 1 more deep inhale in. One more exhale out. Now inhale, reverse warrior. Take your top arm up and back behind you. Exhale, runner's lunge. Now take your left knee down. I want you to just hold right here. Right now we're gonna practice those chin stands on the right. So I'm gonna show you how to do it. You can give it a try. So we're gonna come into that three-legged dog, sweeping your right leg high. Now you're gonna come forward to that high plank, like you're doing the Ekapada. I want you to bring your elbows in so your chest, your ribs are literally on your triceps. You're bringing your chin down to your mat, and then you're just hopping up. So maybe your other foot gets up, but it's a lot of activation through your low belly. An easy way to do it is just going one continuous movement through down dog and kicking up. So see if you can give that a try. So come into three-legged dog, sweep your right leg high. Exhale, shift forward to that high plank. Bring your hands further in towards one another. Tuck your elbows in, create a shelf for your ribs. Now bring your chin forward and then just start to hop that one leg off your mat. And then squeeze your inner thighs. Yeah, you got it, Heather. You got it. Now, the easy way, if you're like, I can't get that other leg up, you're using that momentum from that three-legged dog to bring it up high. Maybe you lift your chin off the mat, but that's not as big of a deal. But the trick is your elbows are in, it's holding your belly up like this. That's what most arm balances are like, and people have this misconception that people are really that strong, but really it's a lot of just kind of manipulating that stance. All right, y'all, after you're done, come in to a child's pose. Make it active by coming up to your finger pads, maybe rocking side to side. Maybe bringing your chin down to your mat, gazing out in front of you, lengthening out through your collarbone, your shoulder blades. Find some grace, find some gratitude for trying something new. We're going chin first, literally. Because you're never gonna get anywhere new if you don't try something different. Which is why we stay stagnant a lot. So I challenge you to let that fear go and try something new. If you fall, you'll be okay. You can't really fall that much in chin stand. One more inhale in. One more exhale out. Inhale, tabletop pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Whew. All right, y'all, we have one more side, and that's it. Take 2 deep breaths here. So take a deep inhale in through your nose, and then exhale, let that breath go. Let all that drama, everything holding you back, release it right here. One more inhale in through your shoulders, and then exhale that breath out your legs. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Bend your knees, stack your hips, flip your dog. So now ground down to lift up through your hips. Yes, Heather, touch the ground. You got it. Yes, you're so close, girlfriend. Take one deep inhale in, nice bow. Exhale, three-legged dog. Sweep your left leg high. Knee to right elbow, cross it through fallen triangle. It's our last standing series, y'all. So I want you to go to your edge. You are your own limit right here. Yes, take a deep inhale in. Exhale, plant your right hand down. Inhale, sweep your left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, cheetah. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, crescent moon. 2 deep breaths. One inhale in. Exhale, baby back bend. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, crescent moon or crescent lunge with airplane arms. Inhale, crescent moon. Exhale, crescent lunge with airplane arms. You have 4 more right here. I want you to go with your own breath, without comparison, without judgment. And on the last one, stay in crescent lunge with airplane arms. Yeah, feel that strength through your glutes, your quads, your hammies. Yes, now inhale as you gaze forward, extended crescent. Exhale, warrior 3, launch off your back foot. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, eagle on the right. Now squeeze in, bring your elbows in line with your shoulders. Now peel your elbows away from your shoulders. Yeah, so start to dome out your shoulder blades. Take a deep inhale in. Exhale, sleeping eagle. Slowly bring your core down to your thigh. Yeah. Take one deep inhale in. Exhale, rise back up. Release your arms, release your legs. Inhale, mountain pose. Still grounded through your feet. Exhale, set up for dancer on the right. So bring the right insole of your foot to your hand. Now look down at your knees. Make sure they're in line with one another. Beautiful. Take a deep inhale. Extend the crown of your head towards the ceiling. And then exhale, dancer. Kick into your hand as you reach forward. And leave a little micro bend in that left knee. Helps with your balance. One more inhale in. Exhale, release your leg down. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, warrior three. Take your left foot back behind you this time. Right? No, right foot. I was right. Yes, there you go. Right foot. Take a deep inhale in. Exhale, half moon. Open up your hips. Now you have two breaths right here. One more inhale in. Oh, y'all are so strong. Exhale, bend deep in your front knee. Warrior two. Yeah. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten your front leg. Exhale, triangle pose, hinge forward, and then down. Yeah, this always feels good. So tuck your left hip underneath you, your right hip back. Option to take a little bind behind your back by taking your top arm to your front thigh. Take one more deep inhale in. Exhale it out. Now inhale, reverse warrior. Take your top arm up and back. Bend deep in your front knee. Exhale, runner's lunge. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, let's try those chin stands on the left. So using that momentum from that three-legged dog, bring your hands in towards one another, create a shelf, and then see if you can start kicking up. It's way harder to do it from plank. But the main thing is your low belly right here and your low back. So that back of your core. Yeah, you're so close. Bring your chin all the way down and then gaze towards me. You're freaking yourself out. You are. So gaze right here. You're putting way more pressure on your chin than you think. And do you see how my triceps are holding my belly up basically? Yeah, so this is it. And you can't really fall forward. It would take a lot of momentum for me to fall forward. Yeah, so from, yeah, there you go. And then from three-legged dog, you can get even more of that momentum to drive forward. Y'all got it. When you're done playing, come into a child's pose. Amazing work, y'all. These are not easy, but your mind can convince your body to do anything. Your mind can convince your body it can, but your mind can also convince your body that it can. It has that power over you. Two more deep breaths. One more inhale in. One more exhale out. Inhale, tabletop pose. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, half pigeon on the right. Or you could come into a supine figure four. So make sure you're sitting up straight and tall. Make sure you dial your right hip back, your left foot forward. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, sleeping pigeon. Bring your hands to the ground. Bring your head onto a blanket. I want you to really focus on taking your hip flexors and grounding them into the ground. They're not going to reach. But a lot of that lower back pain, a lot of just stress in general is held in our hip flexors. So start to rock side to side, allow it to release right here. Take one more deep inhale in. Exhale it out. Now inhale as you start to rise your hands up. And then plant your left hand down. Take your heel towards your glute. And then drive your right hand. A little quad stretch right here. I want you to intentionally shift your weight forward and then pull your heel in towards your glute. If yours are sore like mine or this is hard, it means you need it. Take one more deep inhale in. Exhale, release it out. And then tuck your toe, engage your legs. Inhale, three-legged dog, sweep your right leg high. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep your left leg high to the sky. Exhale, half pigeon on the left. Make sure your hips are up straight and tall. Dial your right hip forward, this time your left hip back. If your left hip doesn't reach the ground, make sure to put something underneath it. Take a deep inhale in. Exhale, sleeping pigeon. Two more deep breaths. One more inhale in. Exhale it out. Now slowly rise up to your palms. Plant your right hand down. Take your heel towards your glute. You can grab your back heel. If you want to do the other way, you can as well. Still getting into those quads. But really focus on getting the bottom of your foot closer towards your back. Whew. Mine are tight. Take one deep inhale in. Exhale, release it down. Now plant your hands, tuck your back toe, engage your back leg. Inhale, three-legged dog, sweep your left leg high. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now inhale as you gaze forward. Exhale, step, float, walk, however you want to get there. And lay all the way down on your back. Do y'all have a towel? All right, y'all, you're gonna take your towel and wrap it around the sole of your right foot. And then slowly just start to bring your toes closer towards your nose. Feel that up your hamstrings. Woo! Haven't done this since Yoga Latte. Now start to bring your towel, so your right hand is holding that towel. Your left hand's out to the side. Start to take your right foot out to the right side of your mat. You'll feel your groin start to open. Flex your toes towards your nose. Try to pull your foot closer towards your face. One deep inhale. Exhale it out. Slowly start to take your foot and then pass your towel off to your left hand. Take your right foot all the way to the left, almost like a supine twist. But make sure your right leg is straight, feeling that up your calf and your IT band. And gaze over to your right hand. Take one deep inhale in. Exhale it out. Now let's bring it back up to center and switch out your feet. Take your left sole of your foot into the towel. Then point your toes towards your nose. You can leave a micro bend in your left knee, but pull your foot closer towards your head. Woo! Take one deep inhale in. Then exhale, pass the towel off to your left hand. Take your left foot all the way to the left side. Feel your left groin start to activate and open up. Your right hand out to the side. And then point your toes towards your nose. Dorsiflex your feet. Take one deep inhale in. Exhale. Start to pass it off to your opposite hand. Keeping that left leg straight, and then gaze over at your left hand. Feel that in your IT band, your calf. Continue to flex and activate through your left toe. One more deep inhaling. Exhale, bring it all the way back up, and then slowly remove that towel from your left foot. Now bring your knees into your chest. Exhale, happy baby. Grab the outer edges of your feet. Rock side to side. Lift your tailbone off your mat. Send all that air towards your low back. Now bring your knees in towards your chest. And you're gonna take an inversion of your choice. So option for restorative, you can either put your hands underneath your sacrum or a block or anything you have. Just place your feet all the way up towards the ceiling. Option to go into shoulder stand by walking your shoulder blades together. Option to go into any handstand, headstand. Just really focus on getting your feet above your head. Letting all that new replenished oxygen come all the way down towards your head. If you're in shoulder stand, slowly start to take your feet all the way behind your head for plow. And plow into deaf man's pose. So massage out your temples with your knees. You're in headstand, slowly start to make your way back down to your mat to come into a child's pose. And then my shoulder stand, bring your legs all the way down slowly. If you're in waterfall, plant your feet on the ground, lift your hips and remove your block. Now last but not least, lay all the way on your back. Bring your knees into your chest. Bring your forehead all the way up to your knees. Give yourself a big giant hug right here. Appreciate yourself for showing up. When there's a million of excuses of why we can't show up, why we can't make it on our mat. You created this space, you made it here. Take a deep inhale in. Exhale, Shavasana. Lay flat on your mat. Let everything go. Remove your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Start to come back to your breath. You are resisting accepting who you are because your deepest fear is letting yourself go. Please know that you are correct. You are letting go. You are letting go of other people's expectations. The idea that the remaining invisible shields you in some way. Self-rejection, self-denial, self-sabotage. You are letting go of the idea that you must be perfect to be good enough. You are letting go of the competition in your head. You're letting go of the waiting. You are letting go of comparison. You are letting go of standards that are not yours and never have been. You are letting go of trying to win a game that is designed for you to lose. You are letting go of the fantasy that one day you will wake up and be perfected, and at that point, your life might begin. You are letting go of the suffocating weight of always needing to be a bit different than you are. Yes, you are letting yourself go, but you're not losing yourself. You're setting yourself free. You're ready to move on with the rest of your Thursday. Start to bring movement back into your body, starting with your breath. Take one big giant inhale in through your nose. And then open mouth, release that breath out. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Point your toes towards the front of the room. Stretch your arms overhead for a full body stretch. Your second wake up of the day, feeling a little different than your first. Then roll onto your right side in fetal pose. So bring your knees into your chest. Use your arm as a little pillow. Pause right here. We end our practice each class in Shavasana and corpse pose, the death of our practice. And roll into fetal pose to represent rebirth, new beginnings. To acknowledge that it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to feel the feeling, but don't become the emotion. Feel it, acknowledge it, and then release it and allow it to let go. Don't become a prisoner of your past, and don't become a prisoner of how you're feeling, your emotions. Use your left palm, press you up to a seated position facing the front of our space. Roll your shoulders down your back, bring your hands to your heart center. Keep your eyes closed. We'll seal our practice today just as we started with one cleansing breath. So inhale everything you want to bring with you from your practice today. And then exhale, let go of everything you want to leave on your mat this morning. Now bring your hands to your third eye center and pause right here. The light, the love, the teacher me sees, honors, and absolutely adores the light, the love, the teacher in each and every one of you. We bow together and say namaste. Namaste, y'all. How you feeling? You guys did so good. Your practice was beautiful. I can't wait to watch it. But you all did an amazing, amazing job.